Well, greetings, everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Just want to make sure we have everybody in. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us for the CNCDA Foundation Auto Tech Apprenticeship Program in partnership with AAG. So we'll get started here in just a minute. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you all so much again for joining us today. My name is Lewis Keys, Program Manager with CNCDA Foundation. I'm so delighted to have you all here with us today. As we go throughout today, throughout the webinar, it's going to be a great time. We're going to go over some things, going to be very informative, but I want to make sure we cover some tips here and some best practices as we go into this webinar. A couple of things to note is that the slide decks are going to be available in the handout section. Going to be available in the handout section, and so you'll be able to go there to click on it and download all the material if you so decide. Another thing to understand is that the chat feature is going to be disabled for this webinar, and if you have questions, please use the Q&A panel there to the right. You'll see the Q&A panel. Please use that. Questions will be answered in the order that they're received. So we just ask that you feel free to submit your questions as early as you can throughout the course of the webinar. And of course, we ask that you keep the questions clear and relevant as it relates to the topics and what we're going to talk about. Also, some tech tips. If you happen to get disconnected or you're having some connection issues, feel free to refresh your browser. Right, refresh your browser. Use Google Chrome. If you're using another browser, that's okay. But if you're able to use Google Chrome, that's kind of the best one for this particular format. And again, we just ask that you make sure your Wi-Fi and internet are connected and are strong. We ask that all participants please keep your microphones muted as others are presenting and whatnot. And of course, if you need help, use the help button that's located in the big marker interface. But besides that, we appreciate you all for your time, and we look forward to your questions and helping you out however we can. I'm going to pass it now to CNCDA Foundation CEO and President, Ms. Kim McFall. Kim, you take it away.
Thank you, Lewis. I want to thank you all for joining us today. We're excited to have you. My name is Kim McFall. I am the president of the California New Car Dealers Association Foundation. We are your foundation, started by dealers, here to support you, to support the industry through our mission of creating career pathways for highly skilled automotive service professionals throughout California. You may have interacted with us at our Automotive Technology Career Days throughout the state. Those are so important, helping spur that idea of what a great career path is in our industry. If you have seen us, thank you for joining us. If not, we hope to see you at the local event this coming fall or next spring. But I'm very excited today to bring to you a training program that we've launched recently in Southern California with our partners, Automotive Apprenticeship Group. This training program has been developed to help you recruit the best technicians, develop them in-house, and retain them. We know retention is such a struggle. So I'd like to kick it off. We're here to help you to learn about how you can save hours and fill your service bays with great trainees. I'd like to welcome Joe Atkinson, the president of AAG, to talk a little bit about our program.
Appreciate the intro. So as everyone knows, fixed operations, the foundation for dealer success and profitability. It's how we best care for our customers and continue long relationships. Finding techs has been a challenge. I've worked in with the automotive industry for more than 40 years. And in that time, I've watched it turn from a difficult challenge to a significant challenge and almost a crisis in some areas. There's been less and less people entering the industry over the past 25 years. Plus, we have a number of techs aging out over the next 10 years. And statistically, they say right now the shortage is somewhere around 800,000 techs. And over the next few years with aging out, we will lose another potentially 400,000 technicians. So we needed to find a way to bring these careers opportunities and introduce a new wave of people into the industry. So we went back to an old idea and made it new: apprenticeship. A lot of industries utilize apprenticeship to bring talent into skilled trades, and we embraced that and created a model where we take all the heavy lifting off the dealers. We work on finding career-focused individuals who are committed to being in the automotive industry. We do extensive vetting and screening to make sure we're bringing the right people to your store. We recruit within 30 minutes of your dealership to ensure there's no issue with getting to work and back. And we have customized solutions that allows us to train, for them to train to the processes you value most, and includes brand training. But the foundation of what we do, and we're going to touch upon that later, is we offer mentor support for our apprentices. Their job is to keep the apprentice in the job and keep them focused on becoming a highly skilled tech. Our program has proved effective at creating technicians that excel at flat rate success. So we started working with the CNCDA Foundation and Kim. We've began working with different California dealerships, and they've discovered too, as we did, that it's time for the industry to embrace a path to controlling our own workforce future and training and developing our own technicians. It allows us too to help control our personnel expenses. So we created a program that's built for dealers by dealers. We were in the dealer business. We made this fully turnkey so we can take all of the time that you're spending in recruitment and interviewing and all that and bring it back. We spend we invest a lot of time in vetting the candidates to ensure we're bringing you really great people. Apprenticeship could also be a steady, dependable source for talent. And then it can increase employee retention. Sorry about that, engagement. Folks who participate in an apprenticeship program, 83%, and this is the U.S. Department of Labor statistic, we're registered with the U.S. Department of Labor. 83% of the people who participate in an apprentice program typically stay with that company for 3+ years. It's also a very cost-efficient way to bring talent into you, because once our apprentices start in your stores, they can start contributing by producing customer pay hours. And it enhances your ability to meet customer demand and get people in and back on the road quickly. I personally and professionally believe it also gives dealers a competitive advantage in their marketplace. The dealers that have the technicians will get the business and can accommodate those customers. So I mentioned it starts with bringing the right people to your dealerships. I'm going to let Kim Payne walk you through what happens as we work on your behalf.
Thanks, Joe. So one of the things that folks ask us a lot about is where do we find our techs? Why is this different from things that we may already be doing in-house? Most of our dealer partners already are working with their tech schools and working with the communities around them that are already helping to develop technicians. What we do is a little bit more outside of the box, and we really take an umbrella approach, because our goal is not to just keep finding the tech people that want to be techs, but also to grow a new generation of technicians. We want to bring more people to the table to discover these careers and to bring people to your doorstep that would not have found their way there otherwise. And we do that with our career development process, which really embeds themselves in your community on your behalf, on behalf of the dealers, to go and work with individuals from early education in high school all the way to post-secondary education, helping them find the pathways through this. So when we are recruiting, we're more than just a job ad and we're more than just an apply online. We're working with our schools and our CT partnerships, even outside of the automotive realm. We'll find those seniors that are undecided or maybe started a career academy that just doesn't fit their passion by the time they're coming to be a senior, or they're looking for something more sustainable in the trades. So we'll connect with schools on behalf of the automotive industry and continue to develop those candidate pools for years to come. Community outreach is a huge part of what we do. So connecting with our community-based organizations, working with foster youth, working with women's organizations, really anything in any place where we can go to find and grow new techs. We live in a digital space, in a digital world, so we are marketing online. We're connecting with people through the internet and through other digital platforms, making sure that we're staying relevant and that we're keeping a constant interest going to showcase how many career opportunities there are for automotive in the community. And what's great about this is we are meeting people where they're at. We're looking for dependability, reliability. We're looking for mechanical aptitude. We're looking for folks that have the potential to be a great technician, and then we're taking them on a path to explore those career paths before they even come to your door. So when a candidate applies with AAG, before they even are sent to you for consideration, they first work with us to do some career exploration. We're making sure that this is a job they see themselves in. Kim touched on retention. We want to retain people. We do that through really great career exploration. We do that through helping them understand the pathways, the skill sets that are going to be needed, and what development will look like as they head towards their goals as a master technician or a service manager, or wherever they see themselves going along their technician journey. So I mentioned we are looking for, those behavioral markers. They do behavioral-based interviewing with us. We're looking for emotionally mature, career-minded individuals. We like to bring people to us and help them change their mindset from looking for a job to looking for a career. And it's a much different candidate. These folks are much more loyal. They're going to retain in your shops. They're going to be committed to seeing this program through. We also use online assessment technology to do mechanical aptitude testing, emotional maturity, and behavioral-based assessments. We want to make sure that the folks that we're bringing in are more than just people who like cars, but they actually have the aptitude to be a great technician, learn all the things that they're going to need to know as a tech, and carry those with them and transfer them to their work. Once we've really assessed these individuals and we think there's a great future with them, we'll customize where do they come into the program. We get folks that come to us from all levels. Some folks have automotive experience and they can move through our program a little faster. And again, to grow new technicians, some of them start from day one and from the very beginning. And those folks, we're going to work on any gaps they may need before coming into the workforce so that they can plug in as a job-ready technician. So we work on career planning, budgeting to make sure that this is sustainable. Again, retention. We want to make sure they can see this commitment through and that they know that you all, as our host partners, our dealership partners, are actually sponsoring them in their education. This develops tremendous loyalty and is a huge part of that retention piece. We use virtual reality training to allow folks that are entry level or just continue to grow their skill set. They have access to virtual simulators where they can actually practice automotive technology, practice oil changes, practice fluid changes, multi-point inspection, even electrical theory, and becoming more comfortable with the components that they're going to be working on as a technician. This has been incredibly effective as part of our learning strategy. And it helps our technicians really come prepared to your dealership. On top of all of that, we also work on their soft skills and we make sure that we are developing early career professionals, folks who are going to be a little bit more resilient, able to take criticism and feedback, are able to grow and scale with your organization. And we're going to continue with these individuals to grow them as professionals throughout the program. And that's what makes our career managers and our apprenticeship managers so valuable to you and to your organization and to us, because they really are the key to helping these folks stay prepared and stay engaged in their learning. And then we work on safety certification. We are very focused on automotive safety and mechanical safety. So all of our apprentices go through a C-Car safety certification and basic skills classes when needed, all before they're delivered to your door for interview. So once we've done those things with our candidates, you're going to get a bio that showcases those individuals and all they've done and all their potential and what they're working on. And then you can select who you want to interview from those bios and pick an apprentice for your dealership. Once you've selected an apprentice, it's really easy. We go through an orientation with those apprentices. We make sure that they are onboarded appropriately. Apprentices are the employees of AAG during the duration of their apprenticeship. So there's no issue if you find an individual and they just aren't a good fit. You can hand them back to AAG at any time. We will work with them, help grow them, and then get them back into the field, into a new location, or help them find their next step. But it's all about you finding the right technician for your shop. Once they're engaged in your dealership, they start working on customer paid hours and begin to drive revenue in your dealership and become hands-on and start using that learning to grow their skill set. Through the duration of their apprenticeship, it takes about 2 years from start to finish for an entry-level apprentice to complete, but they're going to obtain over 171 different tasks related to automotive that they have to become proficient in and be signed off and said by you all that you're comfortable. To Joe's point earlier, they're going to engage if you want them in your OEM training. They can begin in that. That's going to come towards their education. We also have our own curriculum through online electude, and that aligns with ASE G1 certification. So we can help them go in any route that they would like if they wish to pursue ASEs post-graduation or continue to grow their OEM brand training. That's all part of their training plan when we onboard them with you in your dealership. And then we're also sending them to school. During the duration of their apprenticeship, they're also going to get classroom time to work hands-on in the lab with instructors so they become more proficient, and we can move them through your dealership and allow them to grow to meet all their requirements of their apprenticeship program. We are registered with the Department of Labor, so all of our apprentices are earning a diploma. That's really the big carrot for these individuals. There's no cost for any of this that they have to pay. This is completely sponsored by our partnerships with you all and in the industry. So these folks never have to pay for their tuition. They never have to put a dime towards their education. So they are getting a diploma and getting an education and becoming a journeyman, starting their career. And there's no hurdle to that obligation, and there's no hurdle to completing the program. Once they're in the job, we talked about the foundation of success. That's our career development manager, or our apprentice managers. Our apprentice managers are kind of the chaos sponge. They take early career individuals and folks who are learning to become a professional, and they help them navigate that journey. They help them to solve problems. They're going to help them focus on any of the training and the issues that you want them to tackle so they can move to the next step of their apprenticeship. We'll provide constant coaching and feedback. Any issues you bring to our plate, we'll handle them, tough conversations and feedback, providing them with things they need. We take tools to your location for the apprentices to work out of. Our apprentice managers make sure they have everything they need, uniforms, PPE, and they coordinate all that training and everything to get them into the classroom. And they also provide you all with consistent reporting so you know where your apprentice is in their program, how they're doing, and what opportunities we have. So this is our person who really keeps this whole thing together and is the most valuable part of our program. Our goal is to give you time back. We know that being in a service center is a new challenge every day, and we know that service managers can't do it all. So we handle the recruiting. We are doing all the online upskilling, and we're managing the classroom schedules. We take care of the wages. We take care of workers' comp. We're taking care of all the onboarding, the screening, the background checks, all those aptitude testing. All of these things we cover so you don't have to. That way you can focus on what's important and know that there's pipelines of technicians that are coming ready to your door that meet your expectations. And with that, Joe, I'm going to let you as a dealer speak a little bit to how our program can actually drive return on investment.
As everyone knows, each bay represents hundreds of thousands of revenue annually. And when you multiply that by multiple bays, the number's significant. Our program helps drive additional return on investment in a number of ways. Kim alluded to time savings and giving you your time back. You know, that time's important because it allows you to focus on your people, their performance, and the profitability of your departments. Our apprentices get in and they're put in a position to work and learn on the job. They're contributing to the bottom line by doing customer pay work. they're getting in, doing factory search, doing warranty work. There's a lot of things they do on this journey that not only covers the cost of having an apprentice there, but helps generate additional profit and accelerate your profit. The one thing that's a great return on this is retention. This is your future workforce. These are folks who want to be there, who want to stay there, and want to have a long career. And it's a great opportunity. One thing we tell people, this is like a 2-year job interview. How often do you hire someone where when they finish our program, you will hire them directly? How often do you hire someone where you know everything about their skill level, how they fit in your culture, and what they're capable of as a technician in your shop? It also helps you control employee expenses. Everyone's competing for technicians. There aren't enough technicians to meet demand. So dealers are overpaying. It's driving our personnel expenses up. It's driving our charge rates up because we're having to pay more. And so this apprenticeship is a great path to control a number of your cost factors and help accelerate your pace of revenue generation. It's not the only path to bring people into your organization and technicians into your organization, but it's a new path that has not really existed until recently. And we see this becoming the norm in the U.S. With that, I'd like to introduce you to a couple of our representatives. Josh Furrow is a dealer partnership manager for the San Diego area, and Maribel Alarcon will cover the LA and Orange County areas. They will provide you, they're going to send you information, and they're going to see if you'd like to meet, and they will do a deep dive into the details of the program and help you better understand what we can do to benefit your organization and have fill those empty bays in your shop. So I'm going to, and I apologize, I went a little too far there. I'm going to turn this back to Kim McFall now.
Thank you, Joe. And thanks all for being here. We promise to keep this webinar short for you, but let you know what we are offering in partnership with Automotive Apprenticeship Group. CNCDA Foundation is here to support you. Here's a little quote from one of the current apprentices at Weir Canyon Honda. These young people, it's really heartwarming to see them growing into technicians that will be very successful within the dealership environment. The entire team, Josh, Maribel, and myself, have worked in the automotive industry for our entire careers, and we're here to help you. So I want to offer up, if there are any questions about what we covered, we do have just a few minutes for Q&A. If you do have any questions, please drop them into the Q&A right now so that the team can cover and answer your questions. And if we don't have any additional questions, we'll be in contact with you. We will be following up with the slide deck, and the recording will be sent out to those individuals who weren't able to attend today. But thanks. We'll stay tuned, stay online in case you have any questions for us. So we got a question from Brett. You never mentioned costs. That's something that Josh or Maribel would cover with you. I'd be happy to connect them to you. Brett, the cost is a per hour cost that covers wages and everything that was covered on this. Very reasonable, and so we'll follow up with you on that, Brett. Taking another question about, are there, other dealers that are using the program? Yes, we have had success. We launched in Southern California fairly recently, a few months ago, I guess 6 months ago, about or so now. And we have had a lot of success with technicians growing pretty rapidly within the dealership. It looks like there is another question then about, I'll hand it off to Joe. Do you want to answer this one, Joe?
Sure. Is it different?
Cost different per dealership?
Is it different per dealership? That question. So no, the cost is the same for every dealership. And to Kim's point earlier, we charge an hourly charge rate for every clock hour the apprentice works in your shop. And that helps. You are sponsoring their training and development. That helps cover the technical school training, their wages, everything. That's one of the things that help makes them loyal. You're providing a career path to someone who needs that opportunity. And we all remember when we came into the automotive industry, we continued in it because of the people we worked with and who supported us. So the current cost per hour is $31.95 per hour. There's no additional cost. There's no cost to sign on, no cost to get out. If the apprentice you're having is not working out for some reason, we ask that you give us a couple of weeks to find you a new apprentice who's a better fit for your culture and organization. But that hourly charge rate is all you'll pay. We prefer they get the chance to work 40 hours a week. It's a U.S. Department of Labor requirement they work at least 32 hours a week. We provide tools to the dealership, not to the apprentice. We send the tools to the dealership, and we send in a box, tools, everything, impact wrenches, pry bars, whatever. We have the starter tool set, but we provide those to the dealer for the dealer to provide the apprentice access to those tools to do their work.
Fantastic. So just aligned with, since they are hourly employees here in California as entry-level technicians, the tools are provided to them by AAG.
To the dealer. Yeah, we provide tool access to the apprentice through the dealer.
Fantastic. We're here if there are any other questions.
Well, if you don't mind me adding, this is a great opportunity for us to work collectively to solve the biggest challenge impacting the automotive industry. It's getting people to work. We have that opportunity to do this together and control our own workforce future. But we're going to bring people into the industry who need an opportunity for a better career path and a brighter future. And the automotive industry has the power to do that and make a positive impact on these young people's lives while helping our own dealerships thrive and provide our customers with a great experience. So we hope that each of you will consider just a conversation with Josh or Maribel and find out more about this program. I can tell you, we have had great success since our pilot program, creating technicians who are excelling at flat rate success as they've graduated our program and moved on. They're still in their dealers and they're working and making a great living. As I said earlier, it's just one more tool in your toolbox to get the job done and make sure we have people to do the work. I know the dealer principals have invested a lot in a lift and expect a return on that investment, and we can help put people under that lift and help them realize that benefit on behalf of the store.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, we're here to support you. We want to thank you for joining us today, and we'll be in contact with you. You have our contact information as well, both on the screen and at the foundation if you have any questions in the meantime. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.